Good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Welcome everybody. Alright. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far. Welcome to the London session stream. This is your host from Monster Money Trading, Connor Abrams. And let's see what the market has for us today. Alright, so with the FOMC last night interest rate decision, the Fed did raise their rates as we had expected, and we had this move up here on gold. Now, I know the daily candle closed bullish, but I still believe that for the most part the fears that were brought on by the banking crisis have pretty much died down. There's nothing really new being brought to the table. I think we'll only really have catalysts to continue moving back up to the highs if there are new fears coming in, if there are more war tensions, since China and Russia have been getting quite close this past week as well. So we never know. But in terms of today, I really like the idea of sales below 1965 to correct this FOMC move. Since we've seen throughout last year with the more hawkish Fed, when they focused on fighting inflation, when they focused on raising their rates, it does bring strength to the dollar as a whole. Now, last year what we were seeing was gold was moving in line with US equities based off the monetary policy. So I was actually expecting something like this on gold yesterday with the liquidity grab and the move down. But it seems as though gold is also still at this point quite strong, acting as a safe haven, so something we need to keep in mind. But in terms of bars, I'm only really interested in bars if we're breaking above, this key area to the left to then move back up to the highs. For now, we've got pretty low volume here. So we'll see which way volume kicks in. But I would like to see the breaks below the support for the sales to correct that FOMC move. Also, one of the breakdowns given for FOMC is that we do get this deeper pullback, but if the Fed is remaining hawkish, if their focus is still on inflation and the banking fears are averted, we should see this bearish pressure come back in and dollar start being a little bit more bullish. We also had a look at GU yesterday. GU is hovering around the highs that we formed with the FOMC news. Now there's pound interest rates today, so that's going to be very interesting. I was expecting us to move a little bit more bearish here on GU as well, but we'll see. Maybe that move comes in with the pound interest rates today. But anyway, not really a pair I look at. And then GJ, we can see that move faded out yesterday as we broke back below 162, with the daily closing more bearish. We can see here that, on the daily, GJ is very messy. very, very messy. So it's a little bit tough at the moment, but you can see for the most part, we've had these attempts to push back up to 164, and we are just failing. So these are pretty much the same ideas on the chart here as yesterday. Buys, I'll leave that alone. But the sells below 167.50 do not look too bad this morning. Otherwise, you probably just want to wait for the interest rate decision later this afternoon. I just want to send these breakdowns to members. Okay, what's everybody got to say this morning? Good stuff, Tom. Good stuff. 3 trading indicators. Price action, price action, price action. You forgot your R's. Morning, morning. Any thoughts on what now after the Fed decision? So here on gold, it's a little bit of a tricky situation because we can see that we've had some economic instability, some fear, uncertainty, and doubt coming into the market from what happened with Silicon Valley Bank and Credit Suisse. So right now, it looks like gold may still be holding more weight as a safe haven. I do feel safer just waiting for the buys above 1988, because yesterday with the Fed coming out hawkish, generally we see that bring strength to the dollar. So I really like the sell ideas below 90. So if there was none of this fear in the market right now, and we were just sitting like this, I would say, okay, I'm very much just focused on the sells here. But as we see gold acting as more of a safe haven during times of uncertainty, recession scares, we could still be seeing some further upside here. But in order to really execute on any buys, I do want to still wait for us to break into this cleaner traffic to the left above that key level 1988. I know it's some way away, but that's fine. I don't really want to be selling into this area right here. I mean, buying into this area. Very much hawkish as expected, focused on fighting inflation. They did raise their rates, indicating that they're more, just them raising the rates indicated that they're more focused on stabilizing price, bringing down inflation, than they are economic instability. But that's where it gets trickier in gold, because now it's acting as a safe haven as well. So strong dollar, strong gold, we just got to take it as it comes. We can see that monetary policy has a more clear effect on the US indices. So last year, indices and gold were moving pretty much in line based off monetary policy. But now we've got a few different variables in the mix, with obviously fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the picture. Gold now acting as a bit more of a safe haven. So just taking it day by day here, level by level on gold. The fact that GJ had that break above 162, failed to hold above that level, came back down, does indicate some strength in the yen here, and therefore just further cementing that idea that maybe these safe haven assets are still holding more weight. But I think the pound interest rate decision will be quite telling for GJ, and personally I'd rather wait for that here on GJ today. Although these sells below 167.50 do look very clean. So far in this weekly candle, you can just see the indecision though. Formed a high and a low, and we just, almost back at where we started for the week. Then on the daily, it's quite clear to see that just price action is horrible. Just going based off yesterday's candle, we can see we had rejections to some key levels, came back, closed bearish. But then you've got the support right here, so you're just stuck in a very tricky area. On the hourly, you do have clean traffic here, most recent candles to the left, moving down below that support. And based off the daily being bearish, I don't mind the sell ideas. But like I say, most probably, personally, I'll just wait for the pound interest rate decision at 2 today. So basically at New York Open. Then you also got some USD news at 2:30. Thank you for being here, Connor. No, thank you for being here. Mixed reaction in the market, yeah, exactly. Banking issues, and they seemed pretty confident. But yeah, it doesn't seem like everybody's completely convinced. Markets are still on edge, I'd say. Yeah, that story, look, I don't know, bro. It's really disappointing, actually. It's really disappointing. That's all I can say. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Not that I look up to them or they are role models. I believe that deep in my heart that I'm on the same level. Monetary wise and all of that, clearly not. But I know that I'll be where they are or even better. But the fact that they led the path to be where I am, you know, I learned a lot from them. If they were to do that, I would be very disappointed. But yeah, that's human nature. Human nature, greed stepping in. Man got a bit too power hungry, maybe. Get this GU chart out of my face. I'm already tired of this playlist, guys. Fuck. Con, so what are you saying? We aren't trying. Nah. This is why I don't do the whole investment story, you know? I don't even be associated with that. Anyone use Trader's Domain broker? They shut down my account and said it's invalid. Yeah, sorry bro, you fucked. It's done. That's pretty much what we were talking about just now. Trader's Domain is down the drain. Google it. Your money's gone, bro. I saw Ted actually is still on Instagram though, so he posted something. I heard he was arrested, then, you know, there's like, I don't know, that's why I don't really want to speak about it. I don't know. Just all these stories. If it's false, then you should try to clear it up, maybe. All I'm saying is for now, I'm just disappointed. Blueberry versus Dominion. Up to you. Tickmo. Now I changed his name again. I'm gonna find it for you. Yeah, it's defined routine. Yeah, there we go. June's got it. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. I really don't know anything concrete about this situation. Just speculation for now. The money's gone and the broker is too. Really, Google it. I mean, I don't know for sure. Yeah, I'm sure that he'll find a loophole or something. The big boys with money, they don't go to jail. They just pay fines and chill. Have you seen the Trading World Cup? No, I haven't. Traders compete to see who can make the highest percent in a year. That's hectic, eh? I'm sure some South African trader would easily win that. Easily. So why did you say my money is gone? Because it most probably is. Dude, Google it. I really don't know. Do you know what Google is? Go Google. And then use Google to find out that your broker is gone. Morning. What do you think about the GJ bars above 161? I was actually looking at this resistance because you do have fairly clean traffic here to the left. But it's a pretty tough range for me. Leading into the interest rate decision later on, I'm going to just stay out. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, GJ, I've started to be a little bit more selective with my trades. Only really take trades when it's really lining up nicely, and for now, there's just nothing. Even these sells, you know what, I've got no trades this morning for GJ, but those sell ideas are not too bad with the clean traffic here to the left. But I'd rather wait for the news, see how things line up. One guy in 1987 or something like that made 11,000% profit. That's pretty hectic. 11,000%. So that's $1,000 turned to 110,000. You know what? There's quite a few people have done that. Okay, watch. When I'm done with the funded, I'll do 10,000% on my live account. Realistically, if you're trading a 1,000 Rand account, how much would you risk per trade? I think the question is how much could you risk per trade? Because you don't have much leeway there. I probably wouldn't even focus on how much of the account I'm risking. I would probably just use a 0.01. How much is 1,000? Yeah, it's like $60. Hey, what's up, Wayne? Wayne, oh. It's a cheap night out. The funny thing is, in South Africa, that's probably a nice date night. You could get quite a bit for $1,000. Oh goodness. Hey Hamza, what's up? Hamza, don't you have a YouTube channel? What about shorting GJ on the 5-minute time frame? You know what, guys? I don't even want to look at GJ. I would just leave GJ alone, at least in this range. At least in this range, just leave it alone. And you'll already drastically improve your chances of success. Same in New Zealand, a good date night. Okay, let's play a game of chess. Guys, today's going to be a chilled, slow session. For gold, what I'll do is I'll set some alerts here. GJ, I'll probably just close the tab. Bro. Don't play around with GJ now, you'll get crucified. I think we just need to understand the weight that the news later on will hold. And there's just a little bit of lack of direction right now. So just being patient, understanding you don't need a trade today. If you feel like you need a trade today, you need to have a conversation with yourself, a serious conversation with yourself. Because something's wrong, something's off. You're desperate. You need to have an abundance mindset. These trades will come to you today, tomorrow, next week, next month. They'll come. Just be patient. You get paid for your skill, not your time. Remember that. Hectorino, don't you want to send me an invite here? I can't find you. Hey Con, do you think US equities will bounce at NY? Tom? I think you're joking, Tom. Okay, Tarek, do you want to play a game? Actorino is scared. Who the hell is this? It must be Tarek. What? Oh, it's Actorino. Lovely. Your rating has gone up. Nearly 1,000. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is intense. Oh, shit. Thanks. Tarek, shut up. Shut up. Oh, no. No. Don't do it. What? Actually, no. So sorry. Just praying that that you missed that. This is chess, eh? It's just like trading. Sometimes you lose. That was suspense. There's a bit of talk that powers change from hawkish on interest rates too. Waiting for data is bad for dollar. Well done, GG's. I don't really understand the question, Tom. At the end of the day, Fed's monetary policy is going to hold more weight than data like this. Of course, this is going to, if the data is bad for the dollar, it will feed into further upside on gold potentially. Or let's see how the US equities are setting up, because I believe that equities are very much bearish right now. I wouldn't speculate about a bounce or buys. I would just stick to sells here. Yeah, nothing bullish about that. Nothing bullish about that. So yeah, I wouldn't speculate or listen to people talk. Need to just look at things objectively, look at the data, listen to what the Fed is saying. It's very rare that talk actually has an effect on a market. It's only when there's rumors from these bigger institutions. Some time ago we saw some speculation about the Bank of Japan reviewing their monetary policy, and we had this massive move down as just pure speculation. So this came as speculation based on monetary policy. Remember, monetary policy is going to hold more weight than like unemployment claims, for instance. So that was a move that was based on speculation. But when the actual news came out, you can see how much weight it held and how quickly that this speculative move was cancelled out. It's very often you see such moves from just speculation or headlines. You know, things you see on the news, mainstream media, you got to be very careful of when it comes to trading. Finally done with school. What, like done? You've finished school or you're done for the day? But anyway, bro, that's amazing. I came across trading, I think, when I was 16, and obviously I had no idea where to start, and I had to look at it. I googled something, went onto a website. I didn't know what was going on, so I left it alone. Looking back now, it's a big mistake. Imagine I started when I was 16. But I never. So I just got to work with what I've got. I know that I'm still young. But if you are in school and you are wanting to learn about trading, just remember that you've got a long time. Don't look at the guys on Instagram. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You've got a very long time, and this is a long game. So focus on building the skill. Focus on following the right people who are going to teach how to do this properly. Focus on risk management. Forget the guys selling you a lifestyle. Listen to the guys who are teaching you the skill. Whether that's me or anybody else, I'm just saying in general, look for someone who's teaching you the skill rather than selling a lifestyle. Do not marry a bias off hearsay. Yeah. I mean, overall, US equities now are bearish. US 30 at least is bearish. I haven't had a look at anything else. NAS could just be seeing like a 50% retracement of that move down from yesterday. Daily candle closed bearish off of a key level of resistance here, or a key supply level if you want to call it like that. So I wouldn't be in a rush to be taking buys there. US 30 clear break, clear as day. Clear break and retest of this level. So technically on the daily time frame, plus fundamentals lining up beautifully here to come back down to the lows. Obviously lower time frame, you're going to see a little bit of pullbacks and slower movement, but no bars there definitely. S&P 500 also maintaining that bearish structure, daily bearish. There's nothing bullish here. Pivot good for equities, pivot's good for nothing. Pivot's a lie. I think SMC is probably better than pivot points. Let's see. Whatever that is, that's just dumb. That's just printing the highs and lows after they're already printed. I have no idea how to read this, but looking at this level here, instead of acting like a genius, you could simply just put a support level in there and it would make perfect sense for us to retest that support. You know what I mean? So you can remove all of that, simply use a rectangle, and you're probably better off. Tom, maybe we'd be learning from you. Do you think on GU will sell? Look, I would really wait for the news for any pound pair today. I do think GU is coming up to a very interesting area for higher time frame sells, but you don't want to just be rushing into this right now. You've still got range to move up here more. So either wait for us to, let me just zoom out here. So options here for GU sells. Either wait for news, see what happens, or you wait for price to come into this resistance, reject. Or if you scale in here, you can see right now the structure is bullish. So waiting for a break of structure. It does look like we're in a pullback phase. I do think the sellers will come in. But I mean, you need to wait for the confirmation. So a break of structure, starting to shift back bearish, printing new lows, printing lower highs. Right now we are at a high with more range to move up. I wouldn't just jump into sells right here. Although it looks like we are rejecting the highs created yesterday, which is interesting. But those would be very aggressive entries from areas like this. Vomitom. Yeah, Jared, let's do it. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back now. there's this guy wanting to get started trading from my town, and I think he wraps cars, so I'm gonna try and make a deal. I'll teach him to trade if he can wrap my car. Okay, Jared, you want to have a game here? If your week's been a little rough, you know what? Next week is a new week. Tomorrow's a new day. And there's always going to be more opportunities. You know, whatever path you've chosen, failure is not fatal. I think we spoke about this yesterday with someone on their funded account, and I said, look, you're down X amount, you've got X amount of time. Realistically, it's going to be very hard for you to pass the challenge, but there's always a new challenge. There's always more opportunities. You just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Life is not easy. There's going to be dark times, but there's also going to be good times. And if you can push through these hard times, it's going to make those good times just so much sweeter. So, sorry to hear that you had a tough week, but we're here. And you're going to get through it, bro. Just keep your head up. Remember your goals. Remember why you do this. Okay guys, today we're actually teaching chess here. So when you start your game, you want to open up by putting your pawns in the center. Whoever controls the center generally controls the game. And then you want to start to develop your pieces. First your knights and your bishops. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, nah. Oh, I hate chess. What a stupid game. Alright, leave me alone. Stick to trading Forex. Yeah, no, listen. I think I need to. Yeah, come back. That's what champions are made of, boy. Oh, Jared, GG, bro. Oh shit. You know, I was like, fuck, I actually just want to resign here. And I said to myself, no, I'll fight back. Good game, Jared. You had me in trouble there for a bit. I love to see the 5 blunders. Oh, let's see it. Jeez. Your accuracy was horrible, Jared. So was mine. Wild. A wild game. Even the computer says wild game. Seems like we're rejecting 1980 potentially. If we can see rejections of 1980, that may show this bearish momentum coming back in here. I still think safer sells will be below 1965. Yeah, let's just see if volume comes in here. It's been a pretty slow morning so far. Who has ever used trading bots? I think you'd be better off just learning the skill. Doing it yourself. Don't be lazy. Sun rises every day. Every day there'll be a chance to trade. Hang in there. What do you mean, Tom? I need anything. I'll take a murdered out Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Thanks. Just remember we're going to die one day, so do as much as you can. No fear. And even when you do feel fear, just do it anyway. Most of you here are men, so that's the thing in life, you know. You're gonna feel fear at times, but you just gotta do it anyway. Focus on making the best move on the chessboard. Even it's when you're losing, just fight anyway. You never know, you might come out on top. I think we've seen that here today. Also, trading is way better since joining the membership. Yeah, Tom, and you know, Tom's been very active in the membership, so getting his money's worth and seeing massive improvements week by week. Self-education is the best investment you can do to improve yourself. 100% education is the best investment. News trading is the best. Thank you, Farmer Tom. That really means a lot. Really. Full margin, you say. Did you trade the news yesterday? Of course we did. It was a bit of a tough one, I won't lie. Initial trade was actually a loss, but very well managed. Went into a bit of profit, came back to break even, closed out half, and then just had a small loss. And then second attempt secured about 70 pips. Overall up for the day. Not the cleanest FOMC, definitely been better. I was expecting a slightly different outcome here, but gold, I was expecting gold to pretty much do what US 30 did, where we had that liquidity grab and sell off. But like I say, a little bit of indecision on gold, with it acting as a safe haven as well. So I learned something yesterday. Obviously these are very different times. Very different times, lots going on. Yeah, you guys are too sweet. Can you explain your thought process for this gold chart, sir? My thought process is that we had the Fed rate decision last night. They did raise rates, they were hawkish. So long term that should bring strength to the dollar. But as we see gold creeping up here, at the same time it could still be holding weight as a safe haven asset, since there is still uncertainty in the markets. But this area to the left, this range, I'm just feeling indecision, to be honest. I don't see any clean setups. You can just see here on the 30-minute. These candles are horrible. We're just slowly moving up. So at any given time, volume could come in and we could get the push to the top of the range, or we could get a pullback. There's no real clear direction in this range for me just yet. I believe if we're breaking above 1988, this key level here, or you could even bring this slightly lower to the most recent price action. So at least breaks above 1985, let's call it. Then you've got this clean traffic to the left and breaks above this key level 1985, is then confirming to us that gold then potentially is holding more weight as a safe haven asset, because right now it's a little bit tricky to gauge the sentiment. We're moving up very slowly. Previous hourly actually had a nice wick rejection. This whole area to the left could be an area where we grab liquidity to continue moving down. But at the same time, I think those sells will be very aggressive. So I'm looking to just play the cleanest possible ranges here today. And if we're looking to the left, where's the cleanest traffic? Here and here. So like I say, breaks above this resistance will confirm to us that gold is still holding weight as a safe haven asset. People are still feeling uncertainty and still putting money into gold, and we could then revisit the highs at 2000. But if we break below 1965, that will indicate to us that the fears have been pretty much extinguished, and then focusing more on the hawkish Fed from yesterday, looking to then correct that FOMC move to the downside. So that's my thought process behind what's going on this chart. Like I say, plain and simple, to dumb it down, or not dumb it down, just simplify it. Really just looking to play the cleanest ranges here and stay out of areas where we see indecision. Do you know King Abe Forex? I've seen him pop up. I know he's also a London streamer. Ned. That's for you, the Sinbanites. Jared will get me back. He had me on the ropes there. Jared will get me back. Crazy thing is, Jared only started playing chess in the beginning of the year. I guess it doesn't say much beating me though. I'm also quite trash. You think King Abe is from SA? Really? I'll have a look. Let me find him on IG. I'll tell you if he's from SA. Nah, he's from... he's just got a flag here on his profile. I think that's a Nigerian flag. Or Cameroon. Show GJ analysis, so you could at least say please. Man, no please or anything. Hopefully London Open brings some volume. If it doesn't, probably going to be a no trade day. Wait for the GBP interest rate decision. One more question. Why not short at resistance above and buy if price reaches below mark level? You see, one thing that I also look at is I don't really want to be looking at the same level for buys and sells, because when price is in that area, if you're open to buys and sells, you start to get confused. If you know, okay, at this level I'm looking for buys, I'm simply waiting for a buy setup, then that helps you filter out any confusion. So generally I'm not looking for buys and sells at the same level. I hope that makes sense. Because you see, we can move into a level like this and play around for some time. Let's say I'm trying to look for an example. It's a little bit tough. Okay, let's say you had this level marked up as resistance. Okay, right there. Let's say this price hadn't formed yet. But okay, you know that we are moving bearish, so you're looking for price to come back into this level for sells. But imagine you're looking at this level for sells and buys. So we got the closure above. Then you think, okay, let me take a buy at this level. We close above resistance. Then it closes below. Oh, let me take a sell. Then it moves up. And then, oh, let me take a buy. It's breaking the highs. Then it closed bearishly. No, let me take a sell. Whereas if you just have one bias at that level, if you were looking for buys, just buys, got the closure above, take the buy, take the loss, walk away. Or if you were just looking for the sells, okay, we closed above, let's see what happens. Maybe we get the fake out. Okay, cool, we close back in the range. I'll maybe look for sells on the break of this 30-minute low. Okay, we didn't break the low. I'm gonna just wait, see what price does. Okay, we tapped into this level again. We reacted, and there's your sell. So just in real time showing you how the confusion can set in when you're looking at the same level for buys and sells. Personally, I'd rather just avoid that. I think sells off 1898 might be quite aggressive as well. Even if we do form resistance there, it's going to be pretty tough. Take a look at the 5-minute double bottom. I'm not really interested in this range at all, so I'm not gonna bother about what's going on the lower time frame. Those candles are cactus. Literally. GJ, so you can see this range is quite significant. This level is holding as a resistance for now. I know some guys are wanting buys above here. Just be careful on GJ this morning. Another thing is with high impact news like this coming up, sometimes we'll see in the hours leading up to it, you could get a setup occurring and then there's just not enough volume for that setup to play out. So that's why I would actually rather just avoid taking any trades here. We've got a nice rejection off of this level. I could easily see us coming back down to 167.50, and I like the idea of sells below 167.50. But we'll need a lot of volume to fill this range right here, and we might not have that volume before the news. So that's why I would just rather stay patient, not take any chances on GJ. Gold candles are literally printing side by side. I know you guys, a lot of you guys come here for trades, but when the market's dead, the market's dead. Another 30 minutes till London Open, so hopefully we get some volume, otherwise no trade day. Cheers, Farmer Tom. Did I hear chess? Oh goodness. I started something here with the chess, eh? Guys, don't forget the Monster Money merch, the mugs. Link is in the video description there. Patreon.com/Monster Money Trading. Jokes. Hi, you passed your challenge? Yes, sir. I've been on this account for about 20 days. I'm up about 4%, so I was actually in pretty heavy drawdown. I was in about 4% drawdown to start it off. So slowly just chipped away. It's been a bit of a tricky one. Lots of volume and volatility. And some indecision in the market. So where's my history? So yeah, you can see all these losses. Started out pretty bad. Bought it back. Took some losses here this week as well. And I'd upped my risk this week. I suppose it was in my scaling plan to up my risk. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to follow my plan. But I could have probably waited with all this volume and volatility to hold off upping the risk so soon. But anyway, still managing the risk, still in a nice bit of profit. You know, the idea was to be transparent with this thing, show you guys that passing these accounts is possible, getting payouts on these accounts is possible, but you need to actually be consistent already. And I have been using relatively lower risk than, you know, what I have in the past. I've been using like 2-3 lots. I only up to 5 lots the other day. And yeah, the volume just smacked me on the 5 lot even. But you know, when I was trading these fundeds last year, on the 200k I was using like 20-30 lots, which is quite quite aggressive to say the least. So taking a bit of a more conservative approach. Just showing you that the right way to sustain these things. Because if you can even get a 5% payout a month on a 100k, in South Africa that's what, 80k a month? You're getting paid more than your doctor. You're getting paid more than your accountant you go to. Two lots on gold on 100k. That's perfect. That is perfect. I used to use like a 10 lot on the 100k last year, and since I've been on this funded now this year, I'm thinking, what the fuck was I doing? I mean, I had the level of skill and persistence to get the payouts and get pretty nice payouts from it, to build up a live account as well, put some money away. But yeah, no, 10 lots is really overshooting. 2 lots, 3 lots is perfect on 100k, and you can make good money with that. How much percent payout you get from profit? 75% on the first payout. Second payout is 80%. Third is 85%. For me, lot sizes on GJ are hard. It's basically your profit will be, if you use the same lot size as gold, your profit or loss will be 75% of what it is on gold. But personally, I just use the same lot sizes as gold, because GJ I can find to be a little bit tricky at times. So in using the same lot size as gold, essentially I'm just actually lowering my risk on GJ. Where did I read 12%? That could have been for maybe one of the other accounts that offer. This is the evaluation. 30-minute consolidation, 1985. Bars is a good area. Yeah, it's not bad. Guys, I'll be right back. Is it possible to see past trades to check them? A trading history as a signal provider is important. Oh, there we go. Jared sent the spreadsheet. I haven't updated the live stream trades, but let's look at the signal spreadsheet. can buy a, what can be a property investor with these cash. London session opens in 20 minutes. From next week onwards, it will open at 9. It'll move an hour forward. So these are all the trades that have been sent in the signals. A lot of these are taken in London session. Otherwise, in our New York session on Zoom, we send through those trades as signals as well. So these are all trades that Jared and I take ourselves. Every one of these trades I've taken. I actually started phase 1. Yeah, I started phase 1 when we started the signals. So far with the signals, past phase 1, phase 2, and on the live account now. And you can see total pips for the year, 1,650. 60% win rates. Nothing crazy, but let's just actually have a look at the signal group, because we do things a bit differently. We're extremely hands-on with the signals. You know, look, I don't even want to promote signals, to be honest. We offer them, they're here. If you are busy, you don't have time, and we give the signals access to this trade review as well. So you can see here in the trade review, we share all the trades taken and why they were taken. So this was our FOMC trade last night. So at least the guys in the signals are learning something and seeing why the trades are being taken. Also, you know, we use it as a bit of a journal, give ideas for what could have been done better in those situations. So like I say, the guys in the signals can actually learn why these trades are being taken, not just blindly buy here, so yeah. And then we send through, sell stop. Look at all the management sent for that one trade. And the nice thing is, Jared and I are working as a team to send through these signals. You know, if I'm hosting the London session, then Jared can be updating the signals, just so that it's a seamless process and you can get these real-time updates with how we are managing trades. Also using stop orders so that you've got time to at least put the trades in. But all in all, I really do encourage anyone who's wanting to further their trading career and actually get better and learn the skill to join the memberships. Signals, like I say, it's here for you. It's a service we provide. But I encourage you to join the membership and actually have a look at, you know, all the information we're providing. This was for FOMC yesterday. All of this information, FOMC prep, different ideas sent on charts, different charts sent, higher time frame analysis, different scenarios for the possible trades. You can see these are the bars that played out. Didn't get to execute on the bars, but took the short-term sells basically off 1970. And then you can see the US 30 sell ideas played out very nicely. You had that liquidity grab and you had that move down on US 30 as planned out. So lots of information here for members. Will you take any trades on USD CHF based on interest rates being released in 50 minutes? I won't, but thank you for letting me know, because that may bring some volatility to the market. So maybe something to keep an eye out for. Personally, I don't trade that pair though, so I won't be looking at that. I will say to focus on the education more than the signals. The signals are great, but the education and psychological training is greater. Thank you, Kenton. That's actually one of our members there, Kenton. No hate, but signal takers, there's no longevity in this game if you're gonna rely on another man's analysis. Well, that's why I say I'm not encouraging anyone to join the signals. I'm not trying to sell the signals. I'm not trying to sell anything. The memberships are here if you are serious and you are wanting that mentorship and guidance to take you to the next level. Obviously, having a community to keep you accountable is extremely important as well. And like you can see what I've just shown you, there's a lot of information we share in terms of fundamentals, as well as psychology. We do a lot of psychological webinars. But I encourage you, whether you join the memberships or not, I encourage you to focus on learning the skill. Signal groups, there is no longevity in that. Like I say, the signals we send are trades we take. If you could take them exactly as we take them, you probably would make money. But long term, you're not learning anything. And that's why we do try to provide a little bit more information for the signal guys with the trade reviews showing why those trades were taken. Right, seeing that bearish pressure come in here on gold. So we are respecting 1980, anticipating that London Open volume to move us down here. Not the greatest setup. Hourly candles do look clean here to drive down. Stops are huge. For everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for being with us. Much love. That's from Jared. 100%. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. Do appreciate it. It is nice to have the chat here. Keeping me entertained as well. How many months to learn your mentorship? What do you mean how many months? If you're asking how many months will it take you to get consistent, that's up to you. But don't put a time frame on it. It can take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. T minus 10 minutes. What lot size on a 10k prop firm challenge? 0.3. You don't really need to use more than a 0.5. Past phase 1 today. Well done, bro. Well done, well done. Just remember, phase 2, you've got plenty of time. You've got a very small target. So take your time. No rush. Make sure that you just pass that phase 2, get onto your live account. Don't rush it. We home right here. Let's remember to smash it. Hey, thank you, thank you. On my Forex funds, it says you get paid 12% of the profits you earn in your account. That's probably for the rapid or the accelerated. Those accounts are pretty much... Yeah, no, I won't speak about them. Personally, I haven't used them. Just the evaluation is way better value for money. Takes more time, but good things take time. The reality is you're only going to get paid if you have the skill anyway. So just do the evaluation, pass the challenges. It's better value for money, and you get way better profit splits. Evaluation, you get like 80% of the profit you make. Do you think gold can hit 1963? Absolutely. What broker does my Forex funds use? They don't use a broker. I'm actually not too sure how it works, I won't lie. I think that I just have a liquidity provider. I don't know. I don't even think that the funded accounts are real accounts, to be honest. Is RC Markets a good broker? Yes. Brother, I thought London Open has open hour before daylight savings. Time has changed for America only. UK daylight savings is on Sunday. Hectorino, am I right in saying that London Open has not opened just yet? Didn't you say you're from London or in London? We'll go back to daylight savings on Sunday, the 26th. And then from next week, we'll see that London Open will start at 9. My time, that is. Con, have you seen the stats of people actually getting paid? I know it's minimal. Very few people actually get paid. I've seen stats here and there. But if you could send through something, that would be cool. Something we could look at. That would be very interesting. If you have a link or a picture, you could send it to the Discord or send the link in the chat. I'd love to actually have a look at those stats. Funded accounts are demos. Good setups will be checked and automatically copied to the prop firm's real account in very quick time by AI and manually. That's how they can afford to pay you. 100%. And on top of that, they are also taking the losers' money to pay the winners. So when you pay for a challenge, you lose your challenge, they take that money to pay the guys who are actually profitable. And people bash funding companies because of that. But you know what? I think that's a great business model. And I think it presents great opportunities for those who do have the skill. If you don't have the skill and you're throwing money into funding accounts, losing your money, and just simply paying people who are profitable, who have put in the time, that's your problem. You want to go to casino and throw away your money? That's your problem. That's life. That's the market. In the market, the winners take from the losers anyway. So I think prop firms are a great way to increase your capital if you are consistent, if you have the skill. If you don't, stop gambling. Stop wasting your time. No one posts withdrawals. Everyone on Twitter posts the passing certificate. Yeah, no, 100%. You guys are going to see a withdrawal real time here on the stream. I'll actually hit withdraw on my Forex funds terminal. I should be getting that withdrawal end of the month. Let's see. So basically, an anomaly right here. I'll show you one of my payouts from last year. I haven't been on funded since last year. Oh shit. There's actually a lot of money. I don't want to show the rand value. Probably gonna get robbed. If you use my Forex funds, you'll know they pay you out through deal. So yeah, that was one of my bigger payouts. Saw a post on their Discord that someone paid for the evaluation and couldn't withdraw the whole amount. People are ridiculous, man. Goodness. You play chess, Con? I do. Here's another payout from my Forex funds. $11,000. Yeah, got a couple payouts there. How much did you pay for the prop firm that had 11k profit? It was a 100k account. Cheers, Jared. Alright guys, London Open is not really doing too much. GJ rejecting this resistance. Looks pretty good to move down here. But I'm going to leave it alone. Waiting for the interest rate decision for the pound. And then gold. Gold is just in a range. I think safest sells here are still below 1965. Based off the hourly, if we do break hourly lows, previous hourly lows, we could see that volume pick up, get a move down to 1970 or even further. But I'm not really loving this, so I'm not going to stick around any longer. Rather just going to call it a day. Still New York session. We've got big news at 2 for the pound. So just going to save my bullets. And yeah, patience pays. You don't get paid for your time in trading. You get paid for your skill. And part of this skill is that patience and that discipline to stick to your plan. So it doesn't look like it right now, but actually sticking to your plan long term is what's going to pay you. So no trades here this morning. Is what it is, eh? Thank you guys for joining though, appreciate it. I'll check you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's crazy. Alright. Yeah, take it easy guys. Thank you for joining today. Safe trading. Cheers.